My name is Ed Kerrigan. I'm the founder and owner of Squeechee Clean in Squeechee, Vermont.
My name is James, and we're in Squeechee, Vermont, at the recently built Squeechee Clean car wash and laundromat.
I built a grocery store in Squeechee, Vermont. I also have a car wash, a couple of other car washes. So some of the folks here in Squeechee love the grocery store, but they were hoping I was going to build a car wash.
So my dad and I learned that this property was going to be coming for sale, and we had long thought that there should be a car wash in the area. We were pretty convinced that that was the right thing to do. But the more we thought about it, the more we wanted to add a second element to our business, and got to thinking, and there was no real good laundromat option nearby.
There was a location I was familiar with in Lebanon, New Hampshire, that was a car wash and a laundromat together, and that seemed to me to be a sensible combination of things. It just sort of came together as we thought our way through how this was going to play out.
And the other thing is that the infrastructure of building this laundromat out with the car wash made some sense, and we could share parking spaces and share some of the utility room equipment and make the whole thing work side by side.
Having a business that is not labor intensive is appealing to me. The car wash is mostly, it's self-serve. You know, we have to do some work, but someone doesn't have to be here for 14 or 15 hours a day as it runs. So there's a great appeal in that.
So when we built the grocery store, we had already owned and operated convenience stores, and so figuring out what vendors to work with and who should provide our equipment and our groceries, our inventory was pretty easy. For this, it was brand new. So I did the old-fashioned go to the nearest laundromat. I saw a Continental machine in there. I Googled Continental and called the Daniels number, and Ralph picked up the phone, and here we are 12 months later opening a laundromat with Daniels and Continental. First of all, we developed a good relationship with the people at Daniels, but also I think they really understood what it meant to operate a laundromat and not just sell the equipment. And to us, as a new client, a new customer, we don't know how to do it.
So it was really new to us, and I really felt like we learned a lot. The other thing I really appreciated about working with Daniels is that they just talked about what they did, and they didn't talk about what others did. They said, look, this is what our equipment does, and we're not going to badmouth the other guy. This is what we believe. We're going to stick with this. And I really appreciated that, and I think my son did as well.
This is a 1,200 square foot building, and so Daniels was really instrumental in creating this island here in the middle and having the pyramid format for the different sizes. We've put the larger machines closer to the entrance so people see those first. And other than that, it was kind of making the building and the operation work you know, as efficiently as we could. And Daniels was great to go through all the blueprints that were probably more than maybe some folks at Daniels would like, but I think we kept all the drafts in line and came out with a great finished product. The things that stood out for me about Continental were, number one, I actually really like the aesthetic of them. I think when you walk into a Continental store, the equipment seems fresh and nice looking, and I think that's important, especially considering the vibe we're trying to go with here. And the other thing is making environmentally conscious choices is good. So as much as we can reduce our water and propane use, you know, the better it will be for our bottom line, but also the customer appreciates that.
What we try to do here is we try to build a facility that had really great curb appeal. And we think once the customer comes in, they'll even be more impressed with the interior of the building. It has tall ceilings as well, lit. It's got beautiful Continental equipment. This has been what I've tried to do with my convenience stores, my grocery stores, my car washes, to get people in the door by having a nice presence on the street, and then giving them a good experience when they come in.
Not every laundromat you go into is welcoming and bright and open, and it's really important for us to try and do that. Just because it's a laundromat, it doesn't mean that it can't be a comfortable, nice place to be.
When we went around and looked at laundromats, I was surprised at the condition of some of them. I think they've just been let go, right? And sometimes you're in a business making money, and you don't sink money back back into the business. And that's just not the way we operate.
Being in a rural area, it's really hard for us to predict. There's not a lot of population density here, so we'll have to pull people in from several miles in either direction, and hopefully our building and what we're offering here will be good enough to do that.